Hey everybody, it's Rachel. Welcome back to the channel. Today, let's chat about to-do lists. We all have them. Some of us love them, some of us hate them, but almost all of us need them just to keep life from melting down, right? But stick with me here. What if the secret to a calmer, more productive life isn't finishing your to-do list, but actually not finishing it? This whole idea came to me the other night when I was staring at one of my lists and I realized I hadn't done half of it. And there I was, kicking myself, like, why? What exactly had I done all day? And more importantly, why was I treating an unfinished list like some kind of a personal failure? Because I have never, in over 5 decades, completed a to-do list that I can remember. Not once. Not a shopping list, not a packing list, not even a list of calls or things that I absolutely meant to remember. My lists have their own lists. They multiply, they migrate. I think some of them are living under my car seat at this point. And this isn't a new pattern for me either. Back in the day, fellow Gen Xers or older will remember this, I carried around one of those leather-bound Franklin planners. Heavy enough to double as a weapon, filled with tabs and pages and inspirational quotes that none of us asked for. And no matter how pretty I made that to-do list section, it was always unfinished. I just kept moving things to the next day. Fast forward to today, and now it's apps and phone reminders popping up like, hey, remember me? You were supposed to do this 3 days ago. And I swipe them away with the confidence of someone who absolutely plans to get to it. Eventually. But here's the thing. I still get the important things done. The things that matter get handled. I remember them, or I set a reminder, or, let's be honest, my husband sends me one because he knows my brain is a little interpretive with time. So no, I am not against to-do lists. Please, do not throw your planners in the trash if you still have them. Lists are grounding. Lists are necessary. My ADHD brain would lose half of my life if things weren't written down somewhere. I just stopped treating the list like a moral report card. Because somewhere along the way, we were taught that finishing the list means that we have somehow won the day. But let's be honest, a completed to-do list is the adult version of Bigfoot. People swear it exists, but there's never any actual proof. And sure, a few of you out there are that elusive unicorn. You finish your lists every single day. Good for you, truly. But I would bet anything you're also the don't sit down until it's done type, or the I cannot leave work until every box is checked type. And if that works for you, great. But for most of us mere mortals, that is not peace. That's pressure. By the way, I would love to know where you fall. Are you a finish the list or else kind of person, or are you like me with unfinished lists scattered everywhere? For years, I tried to be that person. Structured, organized, color-coded, systemized, you name it. And if you have ADHD, you know exactly how it went. I'd spend hours setting up the perfect system and then abandon it 2 days later, if not sooner. Not because I was lazy or didn't care, but because it wasn't how my brain works. Honestly, all that trying just made me more stressed, not more organized. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that life still requires us to get things done. Work, home, family, bills. The necessary does not disappear. I am not saying ignore reality. I am saying stop treating every single thing on your list like it's equally urgent. We don't need to run ourselves into the ground trying to finish everything. For me, there finally came a point where I realized I was not failing at being structured. I was failing at being something I wasn't designed to be. And here's the part Marcus Aurelius understood long before we ever had planners or apps or sticky notes. We weren't meant to do everything. We were meant to do what matters and do it well. He didn't talk about doing more or doing it faster or optimizing every second of your life. He talked about doing less, doing the essential things, the things aligned with your values with clarity and presence, and letting the rest fall away without guilt. His question was always the same. Is this necessary? And if it wasn't, he didn't give it his time, his attention, or his peace. What a concept, right? Imagine asking that before every task, before every expectation, before every should. Is this necessary? Is this mine? Is this essential? Does this matter? More often than not, the answer is probably no. So much of what we overload ourselves with is habit, guilt, distraction, or the pressure to keep up with a world that never slows down. Marcus believed that when you eliminate the unnecessary, you gain two things: time and tranquility. He called it the double satisfaction, doing fewer things, but doing them better. Or, as he simply put it, do less better. Not perfectly, not all at once, just better. With intention, with focus, with a quiet mind instead of a frantic one. And when you stop treating your to-do list like a scoreboard, when you release the pressure to finish everything, something shifts. You start noticing what actually matters, what's actually yours to do, and what was never worth your mental energy in the first place. You breathe easier. You move slower, in a good way. You feel less scattered and more steady. And oddly enough, that's how you end up getting the right things done. Not by finishing the list, but by understanding which parts of it actually deserve your energy. So, yeah, maybe the list is still unfinished, but you aren't undone by it. That, to me, is the real liberation. Not getting everything done, but finally letting go of the belief that you're supposed to. Okay, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Take care of you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.